2nd, MGM Grand, Las Vegas, baby. World of Fury 2. This is Ring Raps, Pep Talk UK. We rep the sport all day. This shit begins. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm delighted to be joined by a man that knows about big fights. He's been in the corner of Errol Spence Jr. Derrick James, how are you?
Good, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Y'all got some good energy over here. I'm learning my American slang, bringing it over here. I'm excited. Big fight. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. How you see this one?
Hey, man, I'm going with Deontay Wilder, which, I'm going with the American kid. I think he's going to be great. He's going to do a good job. I think that if he starts fast, it could be over, it's going to be a pretty good night.
In the last fight, exactly, over a year ago, a lot of people watched that fight, thought Tyson Fury was far superior technically. Obviously, the two knockdowns affected the result. I mean, how did you see the last fight overall?
Well, I think that, first of all, not only two knockdowns, but Tyson Fury didn't start fighting to the third or fourth round. So say he lost the first 3 rounds and he got knocked down twice. It means he loses the fight. He didn't really fight the first 3-4 rounds. So I think he lost the first fight. Only because it wasn't about his technique. He started so late. And his technique, looking for a superior, didn't stop him from getting hit and knocked down.
Deontay Wilder seems to do really well in rematches. We saw against Stavern Ortiz. It's like he kind of gauges what his opponents are about, right, and then goes in for the kill because he knows what he has to do. I mean, from a trainer's point of view, can you break down exactly how you get across the fighters, how to execute a game plan?
Well, I think you never get a second time to do it again, right? But he's been able to be better the second time around. So I think that's just he knew what he felt like he should have did the first fight probably, and he's going in and executing the second fight. So this is a continuum of the last fight, the 13th round, 14th round, 15th round, or whatever it is from the last fight, and he's doing better. And he's better than people give him credit for. Think about this. When he knocked Tyson Fury down with a straight right hand and left hook, wasn't one punch. To be a wild, sloppy fighter, he couldn't land the second punch. Now, he's not as technically sound as we're accustomed to seeing. That's why the people kind of like don't pander to him more or don't like him as much, right? But he is on top of his game, but he does what he does great.
What do you make of Bob Arum's comments? Bob Arum described him as a terrible boxer, but a man with a good, strong right hand. I mean, how do you see those comments?
Well, that's just like saying Larry Bird was a horrible basketball player. All he had was a 3-point shot. That's all he needed is a hard punch. That's all he needed was a 3-point shot, Larry Bird. That's all. He didn't have to go to the hole. So Deontay Wilder needs nothing else but the hard punch. But I think to be more complete, if he has the jab working, it's going to be an easier night for him.
Now, Tyson Fury has made a lot of changes from the last fight. Obviously, he's got a new trainer in Sugar Hill Stewart. He's gone back to the old Kronk, regime. I mean, how is that going to help him this time round against Deontay Wilder?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm watching the fight as a fan, hoping to see a great fight, but at the same time, I'm going for my guy, Deontay Wilder. I know he's going to come out and do his thing. But, I mean, it's going to be an interesting fight. We'll see if he pulls off a Klitschko, 1-2 hold. I mean, that's what Klitschko did a lot of. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. So we'll see.
Your fighter, Errol Spence Jr., big talk of his return, big talks of Pacquiao. I mean, what can you tell us?
I haven't heard that. I mean, but I wish I would hear that, but I haven't heard that.
Pacquiao's obviously getting on. He's done big things in the sport, 8-weight world champion. In terms of timing is very important in boxing. Is it the time now for Errol Spence to fight Pacquiao?
Well, I think you can ask the same question the other way around also. Is it the best time for Pacquiao to fight Errol Spence coming off an accident? I think that, we wish he was a little younger, but then, I mean, he's looked phenomenal against Keith Thurman, so we won't even bring the age into play. But his timing, like you said, it'd be a right time for him to be fighting Errol Spence coming off the accident. So it's a question, both sides, age and accident. Who knows? We'll see.
In the MGM, I've seen Terence Crawford and the fans all over the world. They're dying for that fight. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford. One day, that's on my wish list. Are we ever going to see that fight?
Let me explain it to you, because the difference is, so see, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is a world fight, not a boxing fan fight. You don't make a fight, because think about it. How many boxing? How does his numbers do with Amir Khan? How did his numbers do with Amir Khan?
Well, Crawford against Amir Khan?
36 for some. What were the numbers? Very bad. And then the draw for that fight, who's the bigger draw? Who's the bigger draw? Amir Khan was. So, as I stated before, you got to get his weight up. This is a world fight, not a boxing fan fight. So he has to get. It's going to take more. It's going to take some time to build. Or they going to take $10 for the fight, or they can build it, because the promoters will lose if the fight doesn't do what it's supposed to do. The promoters will lose. So it has to grow, it has to build, it has to be better.
I mean, I suppose we can take an example of Tyson Fury when he fought Deontay Wilder. They waited for a little while to build up the profile of the fight before the rematch.
You have to do that, because if the promoters are in business to make money, if you don't, how can they sell somebody nobody knows? You said the boxing fans, right? But he needs a bigger profile. He's a bigger profile. I mean, he needs a bigger, better profile. If he gets that bigger and better profile, you'll see him. You think about this, he's never fought a good fighter. But with the same skill set and technique that he has. When he fought Postol, HBO told us who Victor Postol was. We didn't know who he was. When he fought the kid from France, the unified titles, the HBO told us who he was. We didn't know who he was. And what have those two fighters done since then?
Lastly, Kell Brook, Kell Brook's in the building. He's in the MGM, and he mentioned over to me in London before we flew over here. He said he would love to do it again with Errol Spence Jr. Whenever you guys are ready. He's here, and he wants that fight.
Anybody wants something good twice. But listen, but the same thing is, 2 times the tournament, the same thing will happen again, maybe earlier. May get knocked out sooner. I like Kell Brook. Put like this, Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford may be a good fight. But the same Sean Porter that fought Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford wouldn't beat him.